the election of a new Prime Minister in Great Britain, in the UK. And for the first time in history, a colored person has become the Prime Minister of Britain. Not only that, and he is a religious person. It is true that he is not a Muslim, he is Hindu, but my reflection, which we all should ponder over, that the fact that this person who belongs to immigrant family, both his parents are immigrants, coming from countries which Britain used to occupy before. They moved to the UK and they worked hard and they brought up their children in good schools, who enrolled in the diplomatic and the political activities, and finally he has become the first colored Prime Minister in Britain. This person was very proud of his religious practice as a Hindu and seeking the blessing from his God, as most of us have seen, seeking a blessing from a cow. As you know that one of the religious beliefs in Hinduism is believing that cow is God himself. In Islam, of course, we believe that the only God who is worthy of worship is the Almighty Allah alone. Not any creation, not a human being, like in Christianity or in Judaism, not an idol like in paganism or Zoroastrianism, not an animal like in Hinduism and sometimes also in Sikhism, not anything, not the stars, not the planets, not the sun, not the moon. La ilaha illallah wahdahu la sharika lah, له الملك وله الحمد يحيي ويميت وهو على كل شيء قدير. None has the right to be worshipped but the Almighty Allah alone. To belong to Him all the dominion, all the praise, and He is able to do all things. In Islam, we respect the choices of every person. There is a difference between respecting the choices of others and respecting the gods that others worship. So we believe, as it should be crystal clear, that we believe that whoever worships other than the Almighty Allah, the only one who is worthy of worship, has associated with Allah partners in worship. So such people, they are not believers in Islam, and were not believers in their eyesight. But again, this is not the subject of my conversation, nor the cornerstone in my pondering over the event of electing a new Prime Minister for the UK, who is the first Prime Minister to be colored, and he happened to be religiously practicing committed Hindu. From our perspective, we as Muslims should learn to be very proud of whom we are, preserve and maintain our religious identity, whether at home or abroad. We used to see a lot of Muslim sisters wearing hijab, covered from head to toe, and sometimes whenever I'm in the flight, the lady next to me, once the flight takes off, she removes the face veil, she removes the cloak, and she becomes half naked. And she loses her hair and wearing full makeup and V-neck and tight clothes. Then she becomes like very friendly, and she's a Western woman. This is the same woman whom he didn't recognize her identity because she was covered from head to toe. Then on the other hand as well, many Muslims who travel to study abroad, they pretend that they're not Muslims. They don't want to pray, they don't want to be seen praying so that they will not be labeled as fanatic or extremist. They don't want to be recognized as Muslims. They have many excuses. We are in the West, we are in non-Muslim countries. I want to achieve my degree, I want to get a job. So we see people who do not worship Allah, who worship other creatures, whether a cow or a cattle or whatever. And they have achieved their ultimate goal, and they're very proud of their religious practices and religious duties. And they were celebrating their winning by going to the cow and seeking the blessing with all the attached requirement of, the process or the ceremony of seeking the blessing from a cow. So once again, I'm not talking about the nature of worshiping other than the Almighty Allah, no matter what is it, because we have briefly explained that this is shirk from an Islamic perspective. But I want to bring to the attention of all Muslims that those who worship the true God should be more worthy of being proud of their faith, of being proud of being truly guided, rightly guided, worshiping the Almighty Allah alone, not concealing their identity, not concealing their religious duties. And their parents should inspire them to maintain their identity and to be proud of whom they are, because they are the only truly guided people on earth. The Almighty Allah said, "Inna ad-dina 'inda Allahi al-Islam." And here I remember a few incidents which I want to share with you, such as number one, when I was a student, a college student, then a handful of people from all over the country in the final tournament won a particular competition. I was one of them. We were about 5 people or so. And then we've been chosen to travel abroad to different countries.